Good
Good
morning.
morning.
All right. How is everyone doing this morning? Jesse, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good now that we got coffee.
Yeah, I know. Sleepy, but I'm good.
Yeah, it's funny the how much 1 hour affects you.
hmm
Um,
Yeah.
because it's okay. First off, this is Cup of Joe. Thank you for joining us. Um, this it always throws you off though. And what's funny, because normally I'm way thrown off with the jumping ahead an hour
hmm
and I'm always behind and running and just kind of groggy. But what's really funny, and I know and I feel for you because I know you're struggling through this, but I've actually been ahead of the game in most parts
Oh yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Little late for Brew Crew, but other than that,
Yeah.
I'm actually getting everything done. I'm feeling good, and I think part of it is I'm just excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot to be excited about. You've got the weather starting to get nice.
Yes, it is.
Our babies are growing
Mm-hmm.
healthily,
Mm-hmm.
and we're getting some sleep at night.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm not affected because I'm
Yeah.
not getting much sleep anyways.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but our baby's starting to grow. Our kids are getting into things that are just exciting for us. But also, there's a lot of excitement in the church.
Yeah. There is.
Um, Yesterday we had the annual meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse, what were your thoughts about the annual meeting yesterday?
Yeah, I thought the annual meeting went really well. I think I liked hearing about all the stuff that the church is doing, and I thought that the end when Stan was talking, I mean, it was encouraging.
Yeah,
So I thought, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I did too. Because
Well, and the food was good too.
yeah,
So
the food was
yeah,
delicious. But there's a lot to look forward to in our church right
yeah, there
now.
is.
There's a really forward focused mentality, and we are working on in this moving forward, reaching out more and
hmm
doing more service projects. And we're really focused on growing together in community and in the Word together.
Yeah.
And we're working on our revival, which is
hmm
something I'm excited that we got to put out there yesterday.
Yep.
That we're going to have a revival coming up in end of July, July 31st through the second or
Third, I
third
think.
of August.
Yeah.
Um, so we're gonna have a revival then, and then we've also got Easter coming up.
Yep.
I'm just excited, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even the sermons that we've been doing, Jesse, what did I do as soon as we said we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about Cup of Joe today? And what did I talk about for the first like half hour when we started talking about Cup of Joe?
The sermon.
Yeah, sermon from last week,
Yeah.
sermon for what's coming up.
Yep.
I'm just excited. There's a
Yeah.
lot of cool things um, that are defined and to discover in the Bible. And for me right now, it's just there. It's all popping.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I'm excited. And yesterday's sermon was a lot of fun. We got into uh, this whole thing yesterday where we got to talking about the last 24 hours of Jesus and how different people in that last 24 hours of Jesus's life either let him down or turned on him
hmm
or turned against him.
Yeah.
There was a lot that happened just in his relations with people.
Right.
Because we look at, well, he was put on trial, he died, he was beaten, all that. But then you add in the emotional aspect of his friendships. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
And we really got into this whole idea of we need to know why people turn on Jesus or why people let him down or why people, yesterday specifically, we talked about drifting away.
hmm
Why do people drift away? Because, Jesse, can you even give a number as to how many people in your life that you've seen that were strong Christians in the church that ended up drifting away from God?
I have no idea. It's too many to count.
I know
Yeah.
I was as I was doing the sermon this week, I kept thinking about it, and there were men in my life from when I was a kid that I was thinking back to and going, they don't even believe in God anymore.
hmm
These are guys that raised me up in the church.
Yeah.
They don't even believe in God anymore, and it's crushed me. And the thing though is we sit there and go, well, why did they do it? Why did they do it? Because I don't want to do that too.
Right.
So how do we prevent that? So we really dove into that. And Jesse, you dove in that with the kids too a little bit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you guys talk about when looking at Jesus in the garden? How did you present it to the kids?
Yeah, so we talked about we talked about a lot of stuff, but the basis of the whole lesson was that we started talking about how the disciples fell asleep, and the first time Jesus prays, I know we're going to look at here in a little bit, but he went away for an hour, and Jesus says, "Well, you couldn't even stay awake for an hour. Like, come on, guys!" And so how they kind of just drifted to sleep, and how and then the whole point of it was sometimes we can drift to sleep, and then we said, well, how can we avoid drifting asleep? And so we talked about, being able to go to church every Sunday. Because I said, this is how it starts, right? You just miss one Sunday. Oh, I just wanted to sleep in today. And
Yeah.
then the next Sunday, you're like, well, sleeping in last Sunday was really nice. So I'm going to sleep in again this Sunday.
Yep.
And then one thing leads to another, and you don't